here. The Collaborate Pull Together podcast has returned after a little hiatus due to obvious reasons, but it is a podcast where we highlight all things positive on and off the table. Tonight, we got some special guests returning back on the screen. We got Jeremy Mammano of Send It Arm Fights and Ian Carnegie of Major Armwrestling Championships. What is up, gentlemen? Thank you for joining us. We have a action-packed next month event coming down the pipeline, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Oh
looking that
man,
way.
How you guys feeling
We'll
going
let
into
Jeremy
this?
start since I don't want to steal his thunder. This is
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've got
this is
about.
Send It in support, Mac supporting Send It, but really he's the man. He's the one that contacted me and wanted to get, he likes what Mac is doing and likes like how our tables, our rule set and stuff like that. And he's like, hey, if I put on an event and I wanted it to do this, like how can we go about it? So that's how it started. So without further ado, Jeremy Mammano.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, so yeah, how have I been? I have been pulling my hair out. I'm gonna look like Ian probably 2 weeks from now. I would say, if I had to guess. So, but no, it's been a journey and it's been awesome. Uh, Goodness, there's always trials, ups and downs, and it's just like sticking together and pulling through it. So, just just like anything else. But I think we're making great headway. We've got a stacked card. I mean, I wouldn't care to call it the most stacked card of North America of the year. I mean, as of now, but I think it's going to be a great experience. It's going to be a wonderful time for everyone. It's going to be an all-day event. You're going to see a lot of big name pullers. You're going to see a lot of big name pullers coming for the tournament as well. Um, so
So,
we're excited. We really are. It's just getting the last minute button ups done and all that stuff, and got a lot done today. So everything.
before we get to the actual event, the content of the event, I gotta say, I took a look at this place called Roar. It's in Winston-Salem, downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and it is quite the venue. I don't know if anybody who's watching knows it or is familiar with it. It's a beautiful venue, a little bit of everything for everybody. Talk about a family level entertainment center. They have games like a Dave and Buster's, like bowling alleys. They have, bars, restaurants, and other. It looks like a video game arcade room type of deal.
Yeah. The whole second floor is a arcade room and a bowling alley and a simulator golf. And it's based off of a 1920 setting. So it's so clean. They have like an old Model T car, the whole car
Okay.
setting up there. It's really, really nice. It's
Now,
like an
I,
upscale Dave and Buster's kind of.
I saw a little intro video. I wish I had it available for this one. Maybe the next show I'll share it. But apparently, this thing started in the 20s. This venue
Yes.
started in the 20s, and the little history behind it is that it was the place to go to, other than Chicago, for the Roaring Twenties, where everybody who was somebody went there for entertainment. If you had greasy hands type of deal, that was the place you go to make business transactions happen. And then it shut down because there was actual murder that happened there. And now they've been drumming it up big time, and a lot of crazy, amazing events have occurred over there. So it's awesome to be a part of this historical location.
Yeah, yeah, it really is, and I'm blessed to have it. Just kind of found it on the fly, and goodness, it's right beside of Camel City, which I had no idea at the time that Ted Klemenke throws his event, Camel City, which is always great. It's always good. I've been to the last four since two. Yeah, well, I've been to three of them. Yeah, that's what it was. I actually competed in the leg cast, just all mangled up everywhere, and but I think Merlin beat me that day. But
That so Send It Arm Fights, we've seen it all over the place, all over the map throughout the United States, as a sponsor for events, for pullers. and my podcast as well. Big shout out to the man himself who sponsors this channel. So this is the first time that Senda is actually having an event. Um, and talk about having a powerhouse lineup of pullers. Now you're going to have a powerhouse lineup of an event with none other than, I think, one of the biggest powerhouses in the North America for arm wrestling within Major Arm Wrestling Championships. So, Ian, how do you feel about joining forces with this man who's got some of the greatest talent under his belt?
Well, I think it's pretty impressive that he's been able to accumulate a team and being such a newcomer to the sport in terms of, well, at least in the promotion side of the house. It obviously speaks to what he is like as a person, character. I'm sorry, guys. I got like all kinds of technical difficulties here. I'm trying to sort myself out. There we go. How am I doing now?
It's
You're all right. It's good, man. No worries.
Yeah, it's going to be better if I do it this way, even though my cat's all over my desk. And this is my computer, by the way. Check that out.
nice.
Nice.
That's a computer.
Wow.
It's
Oh yeah,
crazy,
you
huh?
showed me that. Yeah, you showed
84 inches. Yeah,
If I had your money, I'd burn it.
obviously, I didn't pay what it's worth. just
It fell
putting it
off
out
the back
there.
of somebody's
Yeah.
truck, right?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Like,
One of those Circuit City deals.
real quick, without so that people don't think I'm into shady business. The government of Canada purchased a bunch of these 84-inch computers. Like you can draw on it and stuff for businesses and stuff. But basically, they got rid of them because, well, it's older technology. Even though it's cool shit that you can't do on a lot of new stuff, it's just that it's on Windows 10, and like they don't even do updates for that anymore.
Yeah.
And and it's they're so cumbersome. Like it's think of the size of the TV, then make it a computer. They're you know what I mean? They have to be rolled in, and they're so heavy. They take up the size of a wall. But I just thought it was super. The price was unbeatable. I mean, they cost brand new 22K, right? So
Good Lord.
yeah, so
Jesus,
so
that's a
I just
car.
have it as a toy, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a
Yeah.
car right there.
But
Jeez.
yeah,
that's
but you guys,
touchscreen.
if I told you what I paid for it, you guys would probably want to smack me. It's
I think you did. I think you
Listen,
did.
Ian, almost every time I want to smack when you come
Yeah.
up with this type of stuff.
yeah, it's not my cat. Get away! Can you just stop? She's on my
I've got
He wants to be
two
on the
brand new
show.
kittens. Two brand new
Yeah,
kittens right
she's
now.
knocking over my little tripod here that I have on that. Yeah, so so basically, like I said, I was not like super familiar with Jeremy before we started. I think I met him for the first time. I want to say it was on your podcast, was it?
Yeah, it was on my
Um,
podcast, and you got to meet him in person at the event, the summer kickoff event.
yeah. So on the podcast, and then obviously in person, and then like I think that's where Jeremy was like sold on the product as like in terms of Mac, right? Like if you're going to go in a direction for a league, like he was saying to me, he's seen regular arm wrestling, and he's seen how like they're kind of like in their own way. Do you get what I mean? Like their rules are so difficult to make things entertaining. You
Hmm.
see, do you get what I'm saying? It's just not
Yeah.
a great product to sell to people that want to invest, like it's very hard to play within the rules of the current status. You know what I'm saying? But with Mac, because we made adjustments to the pads, and because we made adjustments to the table, and then obviously we got a standard setup, right? That I think that standard setup, it doesn't favor anybody. This is how it is. It's very similar to a ref script, but with the shoulders and the arm positions a little bit different, and we close everything together. We don't have one guy closing, getting an advantage, and then the next guy getting a disadvantage by closing second. Everything, you get what I mean? So everything is proper and straight. And I think Jeremy was like, okay, I want to get into this arm wrestling game. I want to start a league. I think this is the direction. I don't want to speak for you, but that's kind of what you said, right? Like this seems
Uh,
like the right direction,
Well,
right?
I mean, yeah. So if you'll notice, every person on my team is a very well respected and very hardworking person that you see post all the time of them always trying to get better.
Yeah.
And that was a great big part in me picking my team. And I would say 7/8 of my team are ranked number one in the state or top 20 in the nation, um, that they reside in, state they reside in, and then in the North America, on the North America rankings. Um, I would say we probably have 4 to 5, and then we got two more shooting for a good ranking coming August 15th. So um,
Yeah,
I,
you
I
got
have,
you got a lot of great arm wrestlers, and I'm just saying, like, I appreciate you, taking those talents and saying, you know
yeah,
what, we're going to do this event. Plus, I know that you are looking to put a team together in season 3 of Tough or something like that. You know what I mean? And of course,
yeah,
Tough uses Mac tables, Mac rules. So,
yeah.
at the end of the day, why not kick it off? Get them used to pulling on this style of arm
Yeah,
wrestling.
that's exactly what I mean. Since you mentioned it, there's something that I don't talk about, but some people get mad that they see the North Carolina's send it, but they don't realize that direction that we're heading in, and it has nothing to do with them pulling in their own team league, their own federation, whatever, because that's not what we're doing.
Right.
Our whole goal is to set out what I invested in and to do with Tough. We're a Tough team, and that's what's going to happen, and it's out. So that's that's the direction we're heading. We're
It
trying
makes it,
to
it, it makes it easier for everybody to get the experience, with the direction that you're looking to go in, to make sure every team player that you have on the roster that you're looking to build up to get the experience in the field that we're going towards. Because in
yes,
all honesty, my first time on a Mac table, speak of my personal experience on it. I felt like a fish out of water when I was first on there and competing. And it was my first time on a Mac table, competing on a Mac table. So, I think these guys are going to have, give them the experience that's
uh,
going to get, benefit
yeah.
not just
Uh,
you, but your investment as well in the long run.
Yeah, that's why I was so inspired by Mac and everything that Ian and Dan, you've talked about Ian, to me and everything, and I'm like, man, that's the kind of people I want on my team. Somebody going to drive 13 hours, turn right back around, do it again, and just all the hard work that he does for everybody. And he's kind of like me, and we have a lot in common, and we have a lot of the same ideas in common. Uh, so I think it was just a godsend, and it all worked out great in
Well,
the
we
way that
got
it worked
our
out.
whole Mac team is interested in helping you, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Like, I know Matthias isn't able to come, but he's
yeah,
making sure that he puts the right people in place to help you
yeah,
with the production.
yeah,
JJ's helping you with the ordering and this. And I
uh-huh,
already bought the banners and stuff. And
yeah,
and like, we're not going to let you fail, because
yeah.
at the
Oh,
end of the
yeah,
day, Mac is attached to this event. So at the end of the day, we're going to do the best we can to help support you so that
yeah,
Send It looks good and Mac looks good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
exactly.
and to get back to what uh, Dan was saying, Dan was a fish out of water his first time, and you know what he did to correct it? He bought a Mac table.
Yep. I bought a Mac table. Exactly. I invest.
He
Hey,
practices it on it, and he holds events for Mac and the Nightmare brand and everything like that, and which is like what you're doing, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dan has his brand, and he does, like, did you see Dan's? Do you have a shirt to show him, like the Mac and Nightmare one? Like, it's
let me see if
similar.
I got one in here. I think I
It's
do.
similar. It's similar to what we've done with Send It, right? So it's
Yeah,
like we incorporate the two brands and make a cool shirt. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And so, like, that's yeah, that's, well, you'll see his. His is Like he's got like on your shirt, it's like send it on the front, Mac in the back. Same with him. He's got his Nightmare logo, dude. And then
I can't hold it up with two arms too well, but
oh yeah. See, that's his Nightmare one, and on the
Yeah,
back you got the Mac logo and like a metallic.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got that shirt. Yeah, I've
Oh,
got
yeah,
you
he's
the.
got the
got one of
shirt.
them.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
for
Yeah,
everyone who at home who's see the co-branding, and it pretty much it's co-branded. That's what it
That's
is.
it.
You
It's
know,
co-branding, and
yeah,
so that's why when we get there, we're gonna make sure all the referees that are gonna be participating understand what's expected of them. All the referees should get a. I sent you a copy of the rules, okay,
yes,
so that they can have a look at it. And then obviously when I get there, I'll get there early. I don't know how early, but definitely I'll be there early. So if anybody needs a refresher or whatever, we'll go
yeah.
over the rules.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the fighters there just a little early so we can go over the rule set and everyone that's never had their hand on a table before on a
Yeah,
Mac table, just to be able to just grab somebody and feel them and kind of because it's like being on a Cadillac. Like
yeah,
whenever you're pulling on a Mac table, it's nothing like an uncomfortable table. Like it doesn't have that big square standing up to where you can pivot your elbow and fall down into a king's move and you're pivoted right there, so you step over
yeah,
that line, it's done. But you have so much more room and so much more
available.
freedom to arm wrestle,
yeah.
to
Yep.
Well, that's
literally.
the point of Mac. We want at Mac and people that are aligned with us, like yourself and Dan. What we want is the true essence of arm wrestling. So you grab guy's hand and you pin him. Like that's what we're looking for. Obviously, if you're an arsehole and you can't follow the rules, well, you're gonna foul out. We do foul people out of matches. It's just
Oh yeah,
it's rare. If you're not trying to foul out, you probably will either win or lose the way it's designed. When you say,
exactly.
Dan?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that if you're gonna play by the rules, you're gonna actually enjoy the sport that much more. If you don't
Yeah.
play by the rules, you're gonna
Yeah,
figure
you're
out
gonna.
why the rules are there in the first place real quick.
Well, that's it, right? Like we want referees to be the moderator of a game that is meant to flow and have a real result. We don't want the referee to be the result. Do
No,
you know what I
oh,
mean?
they're
Like
not controlling the outcome; they're just facilitating it.
Yes,
that's
I've
it,
made
right?
that clear too. I've made that clear to the team. Like this rule set will be explained. You have it to read, but one thing is, do not argue with the referee on a mat table.
Yep,
It's
yep.
We
that's it.
honestly don't care who we're
I mean,
all about, like all the referees at Mac. Like this is our main thing. We just want to know when everything is fair, the setups are
yes,
fair, and
exactly.
who's the better arm wrestler, and we will set everyone up correctly,
Yeah,
say go, and the fighters will get the result. It will be
okay.
determined by that.
So I
If
one
So, real
question.
quick, gentlemen, real quick, I just want to shout out to some of the people who are tuning in because we got quite a few. We got the lucky ones, Michael Hawks. What's up, man? We got Ryan
my
Boussier, Daniel Schwartz, Grayson. What's up, man? Martin, Danny Lee Adkins. What's up,
Hey, man.
Candy? How's it going, Candy? Got the Drew, who's at every single podcast. What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. If you have questions about this event, please make sure you put them in the comments and ask those questions so we can ask these gentlemen live because these are the people to ask them right here, right now.
Yeah, thank y'all for being here.
my cat won't leave me alone, so I had to give her some attention.
You're a magnet.
Well, I know where you're going with
We'll talk
that,
about
and
that
we'll leave
off
it out.
screen. We'll save that one up for off screen.
Yeah.
uh,
Good, good. Don't think we didn't get that one. We got
so, gentlemen, I do want to go ahead. I guess we could jump right into it and talk about the actual lineup for the event because the star-studded lineup that we got here. I mean, these guys. Hang on, let me drag this over here. There we go. I'm gonna move myself down here. See, there you go. That's better. All
Yeah.
right. There. So we got the lineup right here on screen. And I'm gonna get rid of this for a moment because that's just blocking everything. There we go. So we got a preliminaries, we have to send it, and then we have the main card matches, right? All of these matches are top end, top notch matches,
I
and
would have had it as send it main card and then had the main card called the main event. That's what I would have done.
fair enough.
I doubt
Sorry,
that.
sorry.
We've had a time, believe me. We've all had a time trying to correct everything. Like so,
Because the
but
send it super matches, that is your main body, right? That's your main
yeah,
card, and
Yeah,
then the last three are your main event.
main event. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Because
that's
I
fair. We might still edit that. You know, everything. Nothing's
yeah,
written in stone. Nothing's etched in stone.
It's just if these
exactly.
are the
So
matches in their
that
order, like I like
everybody
it. I
wants
like.
to see. Yeah, these are the matches that it's really, man, a coin toss up and just let it flip because
I can't wait for number 9. We'll get into it, but number 9 is the one that I'm.
oh yeah. So we actually changed that and because I didn't want to have that because they weren't send it fighters exactly in the send it fights, but I couldn't let that match go unnoticed in the middle, like because that's too big of a match, and those guys bring the heat when they
And
come.
they want like
They're
you know
Oh
what I
hungry.
mean?
They're hungry.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean
yeah.
Niles Anderson, like he surprised me so much at
Well,
summer kickoff with Michael Hawks. I mean, I
yeah.
think
Because
everybody,
Michael beat John Milne in a war, and we know
yeah,
how strong John Milne is,
yeah,
and he just won nationals. John Milne just won nationals, so
yeah, mhm,
like he's strong,
yeah.
uh, and Niles, unfortunately, sorry, Mike, but he kind of made you look like a redheaded stepchild. You know what
He,
I
I
Oh,
mean,
mean?
poor Mike.
we love you, Mike,
And
but
then the first thing he said, Niles is like calls me and he's like, I don't care where it is. He's like, I don't care like who's putting it on. He's like, just get me on the next Mac card and I want like the next guy up. And Peter's like, I'll be your Huckleberry. So,
oh,
you know,
like that.
that's next man up. And Peter just beat Nicola Gazzetto, who's like a multiple uh, Italian national champion, multiple uh, Canadian national champion, and world champion. And Peter beat him. I ordered pizza for the boys, so I'm gonna go pay for that, and you guys talk. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So with Peter, he is somebody who pulls without regard for himself. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his matches, Jeremy, but this boy, he has zero concerns for his well-being. As
Oh, I
somebody
do.
who,
But
this guy will leave everything but the kitchen sink. He'll throw everything at Niles, but Niles has got some power, man. I did not, I watched him at nationals, and I was impressed by him at nationals, but how he was at summer kickoff, oh man, my mind was blown.
well, I talked to him after the match with Hawks, and me and Michael both talked to him, and he said he was just like, man, I kind of felt where you were going from the beginning, and just knew how to counter it, and he's like, I
Yeah.
knew you were strong, but yeah, but he's a very technical puller, way more than you would give him credit for.
Oh, without a
So
doubt, without a doubt, he's
yeah,
not just power. He's not just power. He's got
no,
power and technique. A nice blend of the two.
yeah, very,
Where Peter is, he's no slouch by way of technical prowess and strength, but I think Peter's X factor, if you may, the unknown that many people may not be understanding about him is that the guy's got no quit. I've seen him in positions that most people would snap in a million pieces, and he's just sitting there comfortably, practically yawning, type of deal, like
yeah, yeah.
just parked in that position, waiting for his opponent to burn out. So I
Who's
think
that?
we're talking about Peter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I ever see him in a comfortable position, but he.
No, no, he looks comfortable in an
Oh yeah,
uncomfortable position where
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
else
yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen like
yeah.
I couldn't be in those positions.
I'll tell you. I have a lot more respect for his actual ability now after I saw him pull Nicola because, my biggest fear with Peter is that he'll go into the break arm position right away with anyone, and he's very successful with it. The problem, what I'm concerned about, is when he takes that next big caliber jump, right? And the guys don't care and they will
Yeah.
snap your arm. But so I was a little concerned that that would happen with Nicola because Nicola's super fast. And you know what? Peter did get injured. But the reason I'm saying that um, I have so much respect for him is he completely abandoned his ace, which was that inside like flop wrist,
Yeah.
press, and he top rolled the top roller, beat Nicola in his own game.
That's
I,
impressive.
I couldn't friggin' believe it. It's
That is
on it's
very
on our
impressive.
site. I can later if anyone wants to check it out. It was the Toronto Pro Super Show event, and yeah,
I told the
his
guys to
match.
watch that. Yeah, I
Did
told the
you?
guys today to watch that. Like that's the best, newest experience live that you're going to see people pull on
Yeah.
that table.
Yep.
Since our rule changed, our first event, I believe, I can't remember. I think the first one that I did with the new setup was BC, and then it was yours, right, Dan?
Yes. Yeah. That mine
Yeah,
was the newest, and then the top event afterwards.
and Tough and Mac event in
Yeah.
Toronto. So it's and from everyone that I've talked to, like not everyone, but I'd say the 95% of the people like the big pause before the go, right? The don't move, and then the referees are looking at the thumb knuckles, go, because it's all commands. We tell you not to load, we say don't move, we say go. So.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
if for anybody who's tuning in and just watching, if you just scan that QR code, it takes you right to the event page. Has all the details of everything we're talking about. Some of the shit talking that's been going on in the community. Between Cody Wood and Bob Brown, which has been probably some of the best shit talking I've seen to date. I love
I'm
it. They're holding
excited.
no bars. Very entertaining. But more detail on the actual event itself. It will be there. If you have any questions, please, again, post them in the chat.
I'm really excited to have Bob on the card. I'm really looking forward to having all the multiple arguments we're gonna have about the setup and the rules. I'm so looking forward.
I
Like,
told them, yeah, I said
uh,
if you agree on it, you could do it. Whatever. If you don't want to show thumb knuckles, you ain't got to show thumb knuckles. Like
yeah, like
you
if
agree on
you
it,
guys,
boom.
if him and Cody comes in there, like when we rise, we don't care about our thumb knuckles. If both guys are okay with that, it's your match. We don't care. We want
Yeah.
to help facilitate what you want to do. It's your match, right?
Mhm.
And it's just the only thing is like on championship matches, like for belts,
Yeah.
that's the only one where it's the
Yeah.
standard.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, of
Because it has
course.
to be, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I'm talking about the fact that his left shoulder, non-competing shoulder, can be at the 11 o'clock, and how that this angle is like not turned this way, but just that there's a 2-inch circle, right? And your right elbow has to be on the right side of that circle, and your opponent's, and then your natural lie at center is slightly, it's not this, it's slightly like that. Wrist is still straight, but do you understand? So
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
really interested to see if he'll actually set up like that. You know what I mean? Or if we have to fight with him the whole time. But he's a
No.
good dude. I
Yeah. Ever.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He'll be fine. I'm sure that, like some people, there's going to be a lot of chit chatting, and I think our referees can deter. Like we're good enough that we understand what is disrespectful and what is just players
Banter.
trying to get what
Yeah.
they want from the
Yeah.
referees. Like there is a back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like referees sometimes miss stuff, and if they want something to be caught, it's okay to tell them,
So
hey, like make sure this is not. You know what I mean? And that's fine. It's just when it starts crossing a certain line,
Of
that's what
respect.
we're,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
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 So
Respect your
right,
officials.
so
Go
yeah,
ahead.
so on that right there, Ian. I don't know if it was mentioned in Tough or Mac, but in a big event like this, would like so if Ron Bath gets to come as the coach, as our coach, because his wife, bless her heart, pray for her, Angela, we love you. Um, he might not be able to make it, but if not, then I would be, just kind of in charge of, the team and talk, and then have my captains work with the others. But there are two red flags or a red flag, right? That a coach or a captain can throw.
Right. So yeah, I got you. Okay. So, um,
So if I thought it
that,
was a pin and you didn't, I
Um,
could throw a flag.
so when we have events that like pay-per-view events and stuff like that, and we have the capabilities, like we'll have to talk in production to see if we have replay for that kind of for
Yeah,
challenges. But for the tough, I think you're thinking of tough because they're
yeah,
using
yeah,
challenge flags and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So if you have to be the coach, then you'll have to fall like tough and Mac are very, very close in rule set, but there are differences, right? Because
yeah,
one's
yeah,
a team game and we represent the individual side of the house. I mean, two
yeah,
teams can come together and have individual super matches. That's not a problem at Mac, but the team where each point affects the other, you know what I mean? That
yeah.
is
It's got to mean
that's a
something.
tough thing. And by the time Send It gets a team there, you're gonna be well schooled in what the rules are. Do you get
So
what I
we
mean?
got
Because
we we
you
got
got some
replays.
time.
We got
Say
Robert
again?
Kelly, who I believe is going to be there to help out with the live stream.
Yeah.
There will be replays on the 15th, whatever y'all want available. So, that will be made available for it.
Okay, so we'll have to discuss like in a super match how many because we just don't want a guy like challenging every time he gets
Yeah,
pin
yeah.
called or whatever.
No,
Because then like the point of Mac too is to get the
uh,
game flowing and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
To get it all
So
rolling.
at the end of the day, we'll have to determine if it's going to be one or two
And I mean,
challenge.
that could be like on only national rank matches or something like that too. You know what I mean? Like something that means something. Because we got a
Well, I
lot
mean,
of
everything means something to somebody, right? So we don't
Yeah.
want to dismiss we because
yeah.
everybody that arm wrestles on a professional Mac table under professional
Mhm.
Mac rules, they are going to be submitted in our database, like when we're collecting and eventually rankings will like this match may we might not have realized how much one of these matches on the Senate is going to affect the rankings eventually. Do you get what I'm saying?
I tried
Mhm.
to
Because
explain that
because
to
as
her
long as
too.
Send It is doing it this way, then we have to take that into consideration on Mac rankings,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't just have to be a Mac. Like if you Dan, if you were to put on like say in October Mac style event with Mac rules and everything, all those matches I would ask for those results so I could factor
Yeah,
in, even if we're not there. You get what I mean? As long as
absolutely. I
as
think
long
that,
as
that
it's as long as you got the tables and the rules being
used.
followed, used and followed, that's how it gets done, right?
That's a question of a
So these
format at
Send
that
It
point.
ones, these everybody will be eligible in these super
Yeah.
matches to be part of the rankings. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they will be ranked. I'm saying
Yeah.
it'll be assessed right within,
Yeah.
and then when they go on to have more Mac like or tough matches or whatever or Dan Schwartz events, then it'll be comparative, like and not just like any other ranking system. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
I
got some more
explained
people
that
in the
a
group.
little. All
We
right,
got
go
some
ahead.
more people in the chat. Josh Rodriguez, what's up, man? We got
That's a guy right there. That's a
yeah,
guy
as a
who's
guy, David Redmond. We got, as I said, Robert Kelly's here too. What is up? Thank you guys again. Again, ask your questions below.
Yeah.
Um,
So we
go
go
ahead.
back into the matches.
Yeah,
After
go
this,
ahead,
we have
Jeremy.
to have questions. Did anybody have a question on there?
Not yet. Not yet. Nobody's
Okay.
got any questions yet. But I personally have a question for you because there's some matches here. Some people who I do know, some people I don't. But you're aware of each and every person on the card. What I know you have ideas as to what are going to be top level matches, but what do you think propose being match of the night? I want two
Johnny,
choices from each of you.
Josh Ellington and Paul Cruz, and either Paul Passmore and Joe Meek or Scotty Goulet and Donnie Anderson.
Okay.
I don't think like the main event is incorrect. Like I think those are the highest profile guys and everything. Oh, I was kicked out for a sec. You
You're
guys got me?
good.
All
Yeah, we got
right.
you. You're here.
All right. There's nothing wrong with the main, but obviously I have invested interest in a bunch of these guys. Um, but the one that I am going to be sitting up straight for is Niles and Peter. Just because, like, they don't have to be the biggest names, but I
No.
know that's a car crash waiting to happen.
Oh, that's Donnie Anderson and Scotty Goulet too. Donnie is
Yeah.
a complete. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
like
I
like
love him.
there's not
But
like
yeah,
those two dudes that I just mentioned. They neither of them think that it's not computing that they can lose. So when you got two
yeah,
guys like that are just like I can't lose. It's fucking I can't. It gives you goosebumps, right?
yeah.
So
You know.
It does.
personally, for me, the top two that I think my two favorites are going to be the Michael Hawks versus Rodriguez, Josh Rodriguez,
Yeah.
left-handed, and then Cody Wood versus Bob Brown. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna want to see Cody and Bob, and especially because they're doing such a good job at marketing themselves, right? And
It's so much
they're
fun.
awesome. Bob, like that match, man. Oh, fuck,
It's
I feel
gonna
like
be
I think
wild.
I'm gonna put
It's.
all 8 referees on the stage at that
I think you should.
You
Uh,
should. You might need to get a
Bob may
stick,
bring.
the cattle prod.
Yeah, I'm saying Bob might have a pair of clippers in his back pocket. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh man. But
but
listen, I'm real excited. I hope, regardless, that those guys at least come away from the experiences, win or lose, that they had a good time. Like
yes,
that's the thing that is missed a lot in arm wrestling is like sports are a children's game, and we do it because they're fun, and that is what's supposed to be why we do things,
right.
and at the end of the day, like if you're not having fun anymore, like me, one of the reasons I got out of the professional ranks was I couldn't stand the pain anymore. Like I couldn't sleep, and I had pillows under my arms, and my
So,
I was so big, and I
with
was
that
like,
question, with that in mind, Ian, I have a question for you. Actually, this came up just in the chat, and it's been going in my conversations with Mike Aiello forever.
oh,
If he were ever to come back to the sport, would you dust off the shelf, dust everything off, and get back into it just for a victorious
he's the
rematch?
one guy. He's the one
Is
guy I
that your
would come back
nemesis?
for because I I
I'm gonna make that happen, Ian. You better don't
I
say that.
he's the
I'm gonna
one
make it happen.
guy. He's the one guy, and it's not because I have any I love him. I think he's great. I
Yeah.
think I'm I'm upset at how well prepared he was for me. I didn't realize that he went into a deep dungeon with Dave Morocco and had game plan for me. Like I didn't realize because a lot of it's my fault. I totally underestimated him, and then I ran into something the night before that I'm not going to get into, but like I just feel like it was a perfect storm for him to kick my ass, and he deserved it, and it's it's left a metallic fucking taste in my mouth ever since, right? Like,
Yeah.
trust me, he deserved to beat me that day, and I just I just
You
I
want
just
some
don't think he can do it
redemption.
again. Like if the best version of
So
me and the best version of
if
him.
I were telling you, if I were to
Uh,
tell you there is a possible prospect of him returning to the table, would that light a fire under your ass?
and it's interesting. It maybe, and I know someone that would really want to put it on. We just have to see if he's able to come to Canada because I just got asked for like yesterday if I could get back to training, and I was like, I don't know, we'll see.
Well,
Like they
I'm
want me
going to
on
poke the
a.
bear. I'm going to poke the bear. I'm going to make you a
We'll
promise,
see.
Ian.
We'll see. We'll
Ian,
see.
I'm
He looks
making
a
you a
lot.
promise.
He's
Next
much more.
year,
he's
This
much
time
more
next
fit.
year, he will be ready for it.
He's much more fit than I am right now. He's.
I
I'm like
mean,
a
well, it's
Pillsbury
Michaela. Of
Doughboy.
course
But
he's
I'll
fit.
tell you something. I don't know. I could get
Ooh, that's a
that up
turkey
there.
leg right there.
Yeah, turkey.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, Mike. I love Mike, and I liked how we competed against each other. It was exciting, and it stole the show from my understanding. People talk about that WAL match, and they always a lot of people think I won it. I always tell no, Mike won it because I started when I got a pin, I started rapping, right, and that's all people remember is me getting up there and like I go on and on. I can't understand how it lasts so long. I must have superpowers. You remember that? It's a Too Short song.
Oh, goodness.
And like,
I
and if you think that's the other thing that pisses me off because I made such a spectacle and I didn't win the super match. So
so
like it was a
I want
complete ass whooping, humbling situation. And it irks me to this day. Do you know what I mean?
hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna light that fire. Let that spark happen here. Let's mark the date.
Mhm.
7/17, 2026. Ian Cardi is going back to working out and training for Michaela. It's happening.
Well, let's see if he wants. I think he would want it, but like, I don't know if we'd want to like put it on a major. I mean, it depends. Talk to him about it, but like, I don't know if I want to put it on like a EVW or something like that. You know what I mean?
No, no,
Like
no.
if
It would
it's a
be
friendly,
definitely
if
a
it's a
main evented
friendly,
match.
yeah, if it's a friendly, I don't know. We'll see. It depends, right? Because if I actually get in great shape, then maybe I want it on. Like it all
It all
depends on where
depends.
I'm
Yeah.
at. Like if I'm going to practice and I'm just holding everybody, I'm like, maybe someone needs to pay for this match. You know what
Yeah.
That's
I mean?
fair.
uh,
Back to this card though. I wanted to, say that two matches that I think are, in the main card. The Josh Allenson versus Paul Cruz. These two
oh
guys, I don't think they've ever crossed paths. So
no, and Paul really wants this match.
yeah,
Who's
yeah,
Josh? Josh
this one's gonna be a seriously good match. I think that Paul
They,
Cruz.
yeah, both those
He,
guys have huge hearts and a bunch of stamina. So I think it's
yeah,
going to be a war. Yeah, I
I
really do.
I think because I think they pull almost very similar. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy. You watch
Yeah,
it.
they're
You watch more of it,
from what I've
Paul's
heard.
what,
Uh,
6'1", 6'2"? How tall
give
is
or
Paul?
take. I think.
Oh,
I
6'2"?
it's yeah, something like 6 foot to 6'2". I think it's about
Oh, I'm
six.
6 foot. He's taller than me. Um,
Yeah, so yeah,
and,
he's
and
something
then
around that. But
Ellington is what, 6'1"?
something like that. I think so. Anybody chime in if I'm wrong, but
Yeah,
they're really
come on.
similar. But they practice together a lot, and they're like brothers. And
They do.
they have
I didn't know that. They
oh yeah
practice
they
together. So
oh
they kind
yeah
of have an idea, don't they?
they both practice under Ron Bath.
Oh,
Yeah, Josh pulls exactly like Ron Bath.
but,
He's
well,
a
Ron Bath will be there though, right?
I hope it just depends on
Fingers crossed.
yeah,
Ah,
fingers crossed. Yeah, yeah, it just
okay.
depends. But I hope so. We're hoping so. Yeah.
Yeah, we I knew. Well, we don't need to get into that, but like sending prayers for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing is, I actually didn't know about the. I knew about the first time. I actually didn't realize it was a relapse. This is the
Yeah.
first time I'm hearing about it because
Yeah,
I've been
we're
off.
just waiting. I think we're all waiting, like they are, just to see.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Maybe offline we can talk about it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was gone all day. I went to Ottawa to pick up my son. He's doing some military training out at Connaught Ranges, and
cool.
he's got the weekend off. Lucky. I mean, I was like, "What do you mean the weekend off this early?" I mean, like the army's so different than when I was in.
Yeah,
We were CB'd forever and then like you had to earn phone privileges, like like you had to earn your bathroom breaks when I was in, like Anyway, different times, I guess.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he's here. He's downstairs playing video games. I can hear him yelling and screaming at his friends. I'm like, what's going on? He's already passed like his basic training. Now he's like in his trade school,
okay,
DP1, I
cool.
think they call it. Yeah.
And
Or
then
was it
I do
Joe?
want to shout out the other main card match, the last one, Paul Passmore versus Joe Meek. That one I think that one's gonna be an amazing match because those guys are at the top in the nation, and I think that Paul's been chasing him he's been wanting that match for some time, and he's hungry for that match. So I'm excited to see what Paul's gonna be throwing Joe's way. That admittedly I don't know much about Joe. It's
Yeah.
actually the first
I,
time I've
I'll,
ever
I'll
heard the
tell
name.
you. I'll tell you about this match. I can't. I almost wish that this match wasn't their both first go round on Mac table, because what'll happen is the loser is gonna definitely want this on a regular table to see how it goes, but like I feel like for the majority of the pullers that have been on Mac tables, that doesn't really apply anymore. Once you understand what's going
Yeah,
on, it doesn't apply. But certainly any of these first timers, they do reserve the right to say, like, okay, that's how it went down, and something that I didn't know much about, and like I'd like that to run it back or whatever. And I totally understand that thought process. But once, I'm telling you, this style of arm wrestling is making its way right across the country, right across North America. We've already been as far west in Canada as BC, which is as far as you can go in Canada. They got 5, 6 Mac tables in Alberta. We've gone all the way to the East Coast of the United States and the East Coast of Canada. Now we're going all the way. Well, you guys are considered south, right? Like
yeah.
southeast.
Yeah.
No,
So
I mean North Carolina, right? It's
yeah.
clearly, you know, and now we're gonna have to make our way. There's a couple. Would you say Ohio is that considered Midwest?
It's like the
No,
beginning. It's
I
like at
think
the border of
it's.
Midwest and Northeast.
I think
Okay,
like if I
so we
had to
got we got a
draw a
couple.
line, it would
We
be
got a couple
through
tables
Ohio.
there, and now
Yeah.
we just got to get into that Western United States area. And I think
Mhm.
once Mac tables and Mac events start making their way out west, and all of North America has got a taste for it, you're gonna
Oh
see
yeah.
a lot. You're gonna see a lot more. It just makes sense, right? You can bring your whole family to an event. And the tournament's done in relative good time. You can go home, get your kids to bed on a decent hour. You know what I mean?
Or take advantage of the venue that we're going to be at, which is going to be family friendly. You know.
Well, that yeah, but you get what I mean, right? Like you
Yeah.
can. The one thing about when you get into tournaments, Mac tournaments, the fact that we're so efficient and so quick that they don't drag on to the late hours
Yeah.
of the evening. They just don't, because
So
the you can get those classes through quickly.
Yeah.
with that being said, one of the things that I wanted to highlight on tonight's show was let me move that back over here. It's like moving like Tetris almost with this game. Um, we got the event flyer here, right? That's got a lot of information on it, but Jeremy's put together something with the VIPs experience, at the venue, you know. So because of the fact that this is going to be a very fast pace, like Ian was talking about, it's geared for action, but what's better than it being at a venue where you can really highlight that action and present an experience alongside that action? And that's one of the things that I like about this whole, VIP experience with the family fun, aspect to it. You want to give some of the people who are just tuning in a little bit of a highlight, Jeremy, what it is that they can expect as a VIP and what they can do with the family, you know, at the
So
venue.
yeah, so the whole venue will be open to everyone, even the second floor, the arcade, bowling alleys, simulators, all that stuff will be open to the public. The VIP members will be sitting up front with their own booth table. Um, I think we're doing $100 a piece a seat, and each additional seat 50, or a whole four top for 300. And that's right. There's only going to be 20 tables. That's four seats at a table, and then there is going to be seating through the middle, um, all the way back to the bar. This place is huge. There's actually sofas, round couches, recliners, tables, everything all through the left side. There's about 75 TVs through the whole place probably. So everything will be streaming live on every TV throughout the venue. And the venue will be pulling in all of the big white curtain shades will actually be on the LCD monitor.
You know who else is coming, right? Courtney Hike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like as far as I
Really?
know, her and Matt are coming to help with the refereeing,
All right.
and so who knows? Like, if people want to practice with her and
Yeah.
get some knowledge off of her, she's been killing it, right? She's the MAC champion. She's also won her first match at EVW, so she's pretty much the female superstar right now. And
So, question for you: will Courtney be pulling in the tournament?
you'd have to ask her.
All right. Well,
Maybe.
we need that information. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Listen,
Well,
one of our
I'll say this:
teammates.
there's a match there that's a very big potential. I've talked to that certain individual, and I think she would rather it not be on August 15th. You know what I mean? But I mean, a year ago, I would have had the Send It girl, the favorite. To be honest with you, right
Well, so we're
now.
talking about Marlene. We'll call a spade a spade. Best of luck to
I didn't want
Marlene.
to.
By the
I didn't want to
way,
say anything because at the end of the day, like
she's in Mexico right now. I just want to say she's in Mexico. She's going across the border. Big shout out to Hector Beltran. Wish him best of luck with his event this weekend, as well as Aiden LeMay with his event up at Neal.
nice.
But Marlene is, last year she won the entire event, and then she got like fifth place in men's the 198s type of deal.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's amazing.
She's a monster, and if
She's
she's trained
talented.
up, yeah.
She's talented enough to give a go to Courtney for sure. The only thing I would say, and I think Marlene would agree with this, I think the strength gap is a big one right now. And I'm not saying Marlene couldn't get stronger. I'm just saying if that match will happen eventually, I think
Yeah.
Marlene just wants some time to get
Time.
to
I agree.
that's it.
No, I agree.
You
I
know?
was just curious if she's going to be pulling the tournament. Maybe we get a little preview, and
And
Marlene can
maybe
see
they
how
talk.
far that.
Maybe they talk, and maybe they say, "Let's go." You know what I mean? Because if I don't think any of us are going to stop them. If they say we're having a super
Mm-mm.
match,
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
anyone, no one here who could. You're not going to
I know.
stop them.
I'm not
I'm not
going
going to
to. I don't
stop
know.
them. Like if they want to do it,
I have a strong feeling if either one of them say "Let's go" and they both are in agreement, both of you guys are rolling out red carpets and knocking people
Oh,
over just to make it
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I
I
have
mean,
all faith in Merlene. I honestly do. Like the girl is a powerhouse.
oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
she's
gosh!
she's
But
she's exceptional, big time
yeah,
vet in the sport.
but so is
Uh,
she. I mean, I know she's tough, man. Yeah,
Yeah, Heck is tough. Yeah.
Courtney is a full time. I like honestly, I don't know. There's very few people in this world, men or women, that are training at the rate that she is. Do you understand? Like we're talking 3 times a day.
it's
Three
ridiculous.
times a 3 times a day she trains. She gets up and trains before she goes to work, and then trains twice when she gets back.
Well, you know what? Temporarily, I've got her beat because I'm literally training all day long on this arm as I'm,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm laid up. I'm
Imagine
just
it when
kidding.
she retires, right? Imagine when she retires and she can be doing like Devin, and it's just
Yeah.
exactly straight up all day, every day.
Yeah.
And she loves it, right? And there's no, and I'll tell you, like Marlene, I seen her beat dudes at tournaments. She enters dude like men's categories and wins, or comes very close. You know what
She's
I
beat
mean? Like,
me. Yeah, she's beat me right hand, but I'll give it to her.
oh, Marlene, yeah.
Yeah, if I give her anything I can't bring her back. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I've lost a lot of
Her
strength
hit
and
is
everything.
her hits
It's
explosive.
Lethal.
it's stupid. Yeah, but
So
Yeah,
for the tournament, we will start it right after the super matches, which do start at 11 o'clock for everyone who's watching at home. And it will be live streamed where, gentlemen?
uh,
on the Mac channel, because we're gonna work on getting Send It YouTube up and running, but it just it's not it's not there yet. You know how you have to have so
Yeah,
many views and so many videos and stuff like that. So what we'll end up doing is we'll give the video and chop them, and then each video of each match can go on the send it page, right? And that way it can help him with his building his videos up. But
absolutely.
the long prolonged stream, obviously, want to get on channels that that are
Yeah.
They're
monetized, that are
established. And
yeah,
they're established.
established, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
we're gonna help them obviously because that's what a partnership's about.
exactly. Now we have a 200 puller limit listed on this. I believe we upped that, and for anybody who's there, show up. Just show up because even though we have the limit posted there, if we're at 201, we're not going to turn you away.
No, 250 is the limit. It's supposed to
250.
be
That's right. It's
yeah.
250 is up.
250
So
for
if
what?
that
Sorry,
has
competitors or for
yeah, puller limit.
oh, why is
So
that?
well, because the venue, I think it's like ordinance, even though and I'm not sure exactly how he worded it, but it was like 600 people max capacity, but he could do more, with the 3 floors that he had. So with being such a big event and everything, and I know a lot of arm wrestlers around here like to come to Winston because there's a lot of pullers in North Carolina, and I'd love to showcase them too because a lot of them are friends of
I think
mine.
you'll be very, very surprised at just how fast we can get through tournaments with large numbers. I mean, we ran, what was it, only 2 tables at your event, Dan?
Yeah. And it was
And
done, I think, about 2.5, 3 hours at most.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like there was a lot of people there. But anyway, listen, you know what's going on with your venue and stuff. And
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want you to lose out on
No, like I
potential
said, don't let that 250 pullers limit turn you away. Like because the people who are already just registering as going and interested on Facebook that I gave them the promise when the pre-registration page is up that they'll get a $40 disc or a $10 discount. So it's $50 per arm, but if you pre-register and everything and pay, it's $40.
oh, okay.
So we kind of did it that way. That way we would kind of have an idea and something to gauge off of,
Yep.
a couple of weeks coming up before or something. So that's kind of the only reason I wanted to do that because um, I've seen events that had 200, 250 people in it, and it was so packed tight shoulder to shoulder, that wasn't
Oh, okay.
nobody could sit down. There's just
Because people can bring their families, right? We are advertising this
Well,
as a family friendly event. So one person might bring in a truckload of people,
but if the
5 or 6 people.
capacity is 600, I think we're safe.
Yeah.
I think we're
You
safe.
know,
I think even if we had a 300 limit puller, we would be safe. I would love to see 300 pullers come out. I think it's got the potential to, and we've had a lot of big name pullers, private message me and ask, about, if the tournament's still open and everything. So, actually big names like they're even driving 3 or 4 states across. Some of them are flying in just to pull the tournament. So I think a lot of known faces are going to show up just for the tournament and to see the super matches. So because a lot of these guys want to pull these guys in the super matches, and that's why we did the super matches first. So if they're still fresh and want to pull, they can pull the tournament too.
So, with that being said, people that are showing up, one of the things we just recently announced is that we have Autumn Moret coming down to be a commentator and to do engagement with the crowd as well. So, in connecting with the audience, which is always a great experience.
and
Autumn's a great kid.
tell me Auden won't arm wrestle everyone there.
He will arm
Oh,
wrestle
he
everyone.
will. He'll arm wrestle until his arms fall off, which won't happen. So he'll just keep arm wrestling. And everyone,
Yeah.
you get, like a buffet line, everyone keeps coming up until they're full.
Yeah, I just quit. Yeah, but yeah, he will. So will Devin. I mean, like I love them to death, man. They're such good people, and it's an honor to have him out, and we do appreciate it. So I think it's going to be a blast. I think we got another kind of guest, maybe a speaker puller coming in to help him out. You know,
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
exciting. It's going to be an exciting event. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Unfortunately, due to my condition, I will not be in the house, but I will be helping do a lot more promotions in the upcoming weeks. It is a month from now that this will be going off, and you will
You
be
should
seeing
do
some of the people on the card
you
on
should
the show.
you should do one of them where you get on, you watch and you commentate your own, like, what do they call that?
The live commentary.
Yeah, live commentary. You should do that.
I thought about it. I thought about it.
No, but Dan can do it. Like, he can just
Yeah.
watch it and then put it on,
Just
so that
yeah.
there's more people involvement, and Dan can keep referring, hey, go on the Mac page to see this
Yeah,
event and that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you want, I don't want to put you to work.
Yeah.
It's free
No.
enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for like
and
punch.
listen,
But you get
if
to
it
keep you
helps,
get to keep all your
Yeah.
super chats. So there you go.
Yeah.
if
I gotta keep my notebook with me now, man. I can't keep it up here. But
if it helps, I'll be happy to do it.
yeah. But yeah, we actually plan on going that way. Um, it's it's so many different it's just calibers of things that go on. It's going to be going on at this event, and it's I think it's just going to be just a real good fun time for everyone, and you know it's I think we're going to try to maybe use this as a yearly venue, maybe, and
Bye.
try to keep this going because of this place and its reputation. So big shout out to Roar, all these guys. They're really good. Um, they're helping set up everything. But as far as everything is going, and I think will be a lot of entertainment, and you're going to see a lot of high caliber matches and a lot of probably crap talk. Some of these guys they're pretty wild. But back to the Cody Wood and Bob Brown thing for a minute.
It's a great. Hey, listen, it's historical.
I honestly think that Cody should have held off on his first video because I think it was the best, and he like just went straight for the jugular. He didn't like, you know, give it any time. He just, oh my gosh. And Bob, he's such a class act, man. But I know that when these two step up to the table, and especially I know Cody Wood, I don't know Bob that good. You do. But I know when Cody is focused and he steps up to the table, it's going to be going, one of two ways. And it could favor Cody or it could favor Bob. So we all
In all honesty, I like them both. I've met them both. I've worked a little closer with Bob than I have with Cody. Cody is my teammate, but Bob was here recently. Running a seminar with me. He gave me a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, so I got really close and got to hang out with him for the weekend. And so he phrased it perfectly. My mind says I want to go with Cody, but part of my heart wants to go with Bob.
Yeah, yeah, I got.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna say 3-2. It's gonna be a 3-2 match. Either way.
Say 3-1.
Yeah, you think 3-1. Listen. I don't know if we want to open up the floor to making little side bets, but I throw money on it saying it's gonna be 3-2. The end score will be 3-2.
I'd say 3-1. I'll just yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay.
I wouldn't really go as far to say as 3-0, and I'm not gonna say who, but
Jeremy, as a promoter, you never make a prediction.
I'm not making a prediction.
No predictions, Jeremy.
I'm saying 3-2 either which way. I would put money on it saying that
When you're a promoter and you put a match on, the idea is you think it's such a good match that it could go either way. That's it.
That's exactly the way I think. Because like, oh my gosh, they both have some of the best, like, sticky hands, fast. I mean, Bob is gonna knock. It's not gonna be a cakewalk for any.
no on either. both of them can be very, very explosive, and I do think that
Yeah.
this will not be an explosive match. Mind you, like
I think the Mac table may play a difference on this match.
Yeah, because well, I do. Bob doesn't have a
He's
tremendous amount of experience on it, but he has
a
played
little,
on
yeah.
it.
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he'll have a little bit of an idea, but I think the setup is where Bob, if Bob isn't getting what he wants and if he gets behind, he might get a little agitated because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I just
yeah,
don't
Yeah.
want him to fuck the system off because he's not getting, do you know what I mean? It's
Oh no.
like I'll be honest with you. If I wanted the best result and I had to pick a table for me, it'd be a WAF table. And the reason for that is because I spent 20 years fucking the system. Do you know what I mean? I know the cheats, I know what I can get away with and what I can't get away
The
with, right?
Donald Trump.
you know what buttons to smash, right?
That's it. And then on a Mac table, I'm like, oh, I want to eliminate this ability. I want to eliminate these cheats. I want to, and then I'm like, oh shit, now I got to follow these rules. Yeah, you know, and and I
Yeah.
feel like I get
Yeah.
everybody's best on a Mac table, right? I'm always like,
Yeah,
holy great. I'm like, if this was a WAF table, it would have been over like that. But on a
Yeah.
Mac table, I feel like I get everyone's best.
I
You
mean,
know?
I think you on by watching what I've seen and pulling, a little in the tournament and everything. It is very, very interesting. As just that part of it is very interesting to all the other pullers watching and everything because it's not so different. That's what I tell them. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what they're thinking is,
Once you're used to it, it almost
it's a
goes
game
away.
changer. Yeah,
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 it almost goes like. Do you even feel the difference anymore,
I mean,
Dan?
I can seamlessly go from one table to the next and compete,
Yeah,
but there is a difference. It's just I, the way I stand at the table is a little different on a Mac table than a standard table. But I feel comfortable now, and now that I've had some time under my belt with it, I don't have to really think more than twice about it. I mean, you saw how well I train a lot more on the Mac table than I do a WAF table. But my most recent outing was on a WAF table, and I got a 4-0 victory.
there you go.
And
Yeah,
with minimal elbow fouls. If anything, I think working on a Mac table, to be honest with you, working on a Mac table and working on a standard table has made my elbow game and my consciousness of being on the pad a little bit more.
really.
Because yeah, because you know why? Here's the thing. On a standard table, I'm always concerned about falling off the pad,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Whereas a Mac table, I'm not as concerned because you can't fall off, but I still have to being aware of where I'm at
Yeah,
so I don't fall off. So now my hyper awareness now is more innate, and I don't have to think twice about it. Where my elbow is on the pad,
yeah.
I can feel the pad, and I'm paying more closer attention to a detail without really even trying to. It has become more of a second nature for me. So that's why I think it has helped on both sides.
I would love for WAF if they didn't say they didn't want to go to Mac tables, but even if they kept the standard, but just removed their elbow pads and put Mac pads on, I think it would make the sport. I mean, it would make their product so much better. Like honestly, I wouldn't even argue it. I wouldn't fight it or nothing. I would be like, yeah, that makes sense for your product. You want to improve the WAF style? This would be the best way to do it, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if I can say one thing about the Mac table that's different, if I'm allowed. Um,
Of course.
so, so I will tell you all that will be competing. The thing that I noticed the biggest difference on the Mac table is the legs are much more narrow than a straight up leg because they have a kind of tilt, and you can't get that long foot to be back there. It's almost like it's too close to you. You know,
Ah,
that's what I
interesting.
noticed. Yeah. So I I think, and I watched a lot of pullers pull this way on a Mac table, as instead of kicking off of the leg, they wrap their leg foot
The wrap and it's
around.
designed for. I designed it that way for wrapping because my cat again trying to knock over my system. Can you please go? Thank you. All right. Um, so when if you look at people, we're not Lego characters. Our legs aren't vertical under us, right? We stand with our legs kind of like that, like an A-frame. And
Yeah,
when people keep one foot planted and they cant their leg to either put up against the bar or wrap it, they create an A-frame. So the poles are slanted to be more comfortable for your leg to wrap.
yeah,
That's why, and because we could make them vertical, but then they would be a lot more narrow as well.
yeah.
And I just think that I think the having it comfortable when people wrap, because think about it, if the pole is vertical but your leg is on an angle, then you're kind of fighting it, right? But if your leg is on an angle and so is the pole, then there's
It's
more
comfortable.
contact.
You,
Yeah, exactly.
so there's a solution. There's a solution actually. People just got to be better at table yoga. That's all it is. You got to get more flexible at the table.
Yeah, yeah. Or we could design something where like on one side, if you're a table wrapper, then you will have like a smooth side and you can wrap like that. But if you're a foot placer, then it's like a flat, rigid side and you can twist it so that you can put your foot up against the flat side. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I I had an idea
Nah.
for I had an idea for like Reebok or someone because I was trying to get a sponsorship to come out with like an arm wrestling shoe that was had a split cut out straight down the middle of it that you could literally lock your
Ah,
foot onto that. You know what I mean? An arm
yeah.
wrestler shoe. So I don't know. That's it's ideas. But
Yeah, I would say that if you're not worried about height, I think like rock climbing shoes probably, because they can
yeah,
like the way they can bend around,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Like a
that
Yeah,
would
ballerina
work.
almost. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you guys about what do you think about the Levi Potowski and the Tim Lewis match?
So I'm
Yeah,
going to
like
jog your memory. I'm going to jog your memory. And Levi
yeah.
was the one who won. He
No, I
won
know, I know
right-handed.
who it is. I know who it is. I just think that we should probably get Levi a right-handed match too, right? Before this is all said and done. Because like Levi is strong. I'm not sure. It could be a great match. It could be. I could see it being a blowout either way or a war. Like because Tim is the comeback kid, right? Like he'll sit on 0-2 and then come back and win 3-2, right? And Levi,
All
I
right.
think he's right hand dominant. So
Yeah,
I'd like to see if there's anyone that's strong enough to give him a go that's not too far from the North Carolina area to maybe accept a challenge from him, because I'd like to see him get his right hand involved as well.
I would love to see that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Levi.
almost want to see him versus Giu.
I was gonna get him, but she was wrestling for the worlds.
Yeah, I
You know,
know.
Yeah,
I
well,
know.
so
I know. But maybe that could be something in the not so distant future. We can get that to happen. I think that'd be
yeah,
a pretty decent one.
yeah. We got plenty of time. We're not going anywhere, and we got some stuff planned in the works. But on that one, and then like David Redmond said, I think that's going to be all out hook war, and I think that could go anybody's way. I seen Jeff Poole at summer kickoff and really impressed me. David, he's always strong, but I think that's going to be a battle right there, and that's a national rank spot. So I think both of those guys are going to have a war.
I think that, I
I,
don't know
I,
much
I'm
about
looking
David.
forward to seeing a lot of the pullers that I don't know.
Yeah.
It gives me an opportunity to get down south and see
Yeah.
what kind of talent is there,
Hmm.
and I know what Ontario has, I know what Alberta has, I know what Quebec has, I know what the Northeast has, I know what New York has. Um, and it'd be nice. It's a new region to do some recruitment, and see what's out there, and look forward. Maybe we get them on. MAC numbered events depending on
Yeah.
their caliber and stuff like that, you know. So it's really good. It's really good reconnaissance for us as well, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Well, that's one of the greatest things about, these events is you get to see some talent, and especially being in Mac, so on Mac tables, you get to see some people who may have not mm, pulled for any length of time because they're fed up with the last world or standard table world, right? So they want to see something, they want to try their hat at something brand new. To their region type of deal and experience it firsthand because not for nothing we've done a pretty good job with spreading the Mac brand around and talking about it and people seeing it and they've gotten some good eyes on it but until they get a firsthand experience they're not going to know what it is, right?
Yeah,
They can
yeah.
speculate until
That's,
then.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
exactly
A
it.
lot of people just look at it from like a perspective of, well, it's just a table, it's arm wrestling, and when you see the match in its form, like it looks like arm wrestling because it is arm wrestling, right?
Hmm.
And but if you're sitting there and if you look, let's put it to you this way: if you had this screen behind me and it was split screen and you had Mac matches going on here and your traditional matches going on there, and you had to mark like to tally what was happening, like fouls, rounds, and then matches. Mac would be like already halfway through the card, and the regular style would be in the first two, three matches still.
Yeah, to 3 months.
Do you get what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's just a reality.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen it firsthand, and yeah, that was a big getter for me. It's ran very well. I mean, even when God, it was so hot out there that day. I know Ian worked his butt off. Uh, I bet he drank 20 Gatorades.
I was gonna say, I don't know who was doing it for me, but water and Gatorade seemed to always be there for me. I was like, I
Yeah.
thought I just drank, then I'd go back and there'd be another one there. And I was just like, I think I got sugar high after that. I was like, woo,
Oh
but
man,
yeah,
yeah, it was.
it was
It was,
hot.
Think about it.
Hey,
it
Yeah,
was
it
hey
a
was
hot
Dan,
day.
hot.
it
Yeah, no,
was
it was definitely a
hot.
hot day. I am looking at for next year's event the possibility of taking it to another indoor venue, a bigger one, and something that's going to be similar to what we're doing with Roar. And we have more partnerships coming down the pipeline as well with that. Um, Big ones, real big ones that I think will be really cool for the sport and for arm wrestling altogether locally because that's one of the things that partnering up with Jeremy, partnering up with Mac and Ian and Send It. One of my biggest concepts and the ideas that I have. I've been listening to Jeremy talk, hearing the energy he has. I was like, I need to get you in front of Ian. I need you to come to New York. Ian's planning to come to here because I know what you have going on, what you have planned. It is right up that alley, and
Yeah.
I am honored that this is coming to fruition. I am so happy to see it. The everything that we have worked hard for is actually coming together. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a hell of an event. Everyone's going to
I
have
want
fun.
to say something too. Like, I want everyone out there to know that when it comes to like the preparation, the venue, the matches, I think I had my hand in only one, maybe two matches. Like he did all the promotion for this. Like he was me for lack of a better term, you know what I mean, for this event. He got the matches together. He he's fronting the bill. He's the main promoter. This is Send It's event in cooperation and with Mac. Because we want all the leagues to turn into Mac like events. That
Definitely.
way
Hmm.
that's my dream, right? That way we're all working together on the same page and the rankings and stuff like that. But Mac's going to do whatever we can to help facilitate this Send It event, and we hope that it's a great partnership moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it will be. And I just want to say I appreciate it to all the team on my team because they've helped me out tremendously on making posts and building pages and things like that. That's just not down my alley. So they've helped a ton. So I appreciate each and every one of them. They've really stepped up, and everybody's excited for this. And Yeah, it's a shame that there's just a couple on our team that couldn't make it, but
That's
they'll be
okay.
back. Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah, and then we got Robert Kelly. He's going to be supporting us. He's going to be the main man behind the mics and the cameras.
Mhm.
We'll have Auden there to do commentary. That don't, I mean, he's establishing himself as one of the best commentators in the game. In terms of his knowledge for the game, it's quite impressive. Like he's very very knowledgeable. And then we'll have some of the best referees there, some of the best athletes, like you said. And all around, I think it's going to be a good time, and I hope as many people can show up and just come say hi, like chill.
Yeah,
It's a good time. Arm wrestling's supposed to be fun, people.
that's
Let's
exactly.
come and have fun. You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do want to shout out something real quick. 'Cause we had mentioned him earlier in the show. Shiyu Lin, he is going to Worlds, IFA Worlds in Japan in the end of September, and we are running a fundraiser to help him pay his way. So it's not so because going to Japan ain't cheap type of deal. So we are hosting a fundraiser at one of my local sponsors, Nameless Ink in North Babylon, where they're going to be doing flash tattoos all day long, and also a little friendly competition. $20 to enter, 3 tries, and you get up to $300 in prizes.
When is it?
Rewards and prizes. It's August 1st, and we will have a Mac table there. So um, for people who want to experience a Mac table for the first time at a fun event, please come on down to Long Island. It's in North Babylon, New York. Scan that QR code.
I
It will
was
have,
absolutely gonna come. I hope everyone does go. My father's celebration of life is that day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you guys knew, but my father passed in March.
yeah,
And
God bless.
we chose to do the celebration of life August 1st. Um, yeah, and so we got people all over the country coming.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah. Well, that's why, right? That's why we
Yeah.
pushed it till August 1st, just to make sure, like, get everybody so everyone could attend. So that'll be a tough day for me. But I wish you guys well. And Shiu is one of my favorite all time people. I think he's certainly deserving of some kind of sponsorship to get there and represent the country. I know I know I'm Canadian and he's U.S., but you guys are all family.
Oh,
My mom's American, so I
yeah,
get to claim you guys too. So and I'm a border town. I see the states from my
yeah,
shoreline, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm at the mouth of the St. Lawrence as it opens up to Lake Ontario, and so upstate New York is right across from me.
yeah. I know. That's why you were saying. I was like, man, you're that close. So yeah,
I
Hmm.
literally am on the border. Yeah.
Syracuse. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. There's the
Oh,
wolf. There's a wolf. There's actually a Wolf Island, like crossing. So like you take a ferry from Wolf Island, well, from Kingston where I live to Wolf Island, then Wolf Island to New York.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad, huh? All
No,
right.
No,
Uh,
not too bad of a commute for him to come to New York.
it's closer for me. I think it's the same amount of time to go to JJ's in Rochester as it is to go to like the airport in Toronto.
wow,
Wow,
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
that is crazy.
It's
That's
nice.
pretty wild.
Syracuse is literally like as a bird flies is just across the
Yeah,
lake. Yeah.
you're a rock.
Well,
Dan, do you want to mention the sponsors, or do you want me to? Or
yeah, you mentioned sponsors. Go ahead.
okay, yeah, let me pull it back up here. So Josh Ellington, his his company he works for, Summit Edge Contractors. So they have done a platinum package for him. So we want to thank them so much. That's going to help out so much with Josh and his match, and just I'm going to throw a year's worth of sponsorship of logo and them, and keeping Josh out there, because that man is a busy arm wrestling man, and I just see nothing but a bright future for him. And then we got David Redmond, who also he is. I think it's a guy he grew up with that he knows, maybe worked for, but it's called Gravity. And so those two, they'll be logoed on the shirts, and they'll be in the backdrops, be on the videos. So thank you to you guys, both of you, very much appreciate.
Massive shout outs to you guys. Thank you. Sponsors is what, helps keep these events going the way they should be going. And it helps get a little bit more exposure to the sport. So anybody who's, looking to sponsor, get a brand name out there a little bit more, maybe to get it to an audience that you may not have had the opportunity to get in front of. Sponsoring an event is a great way to do so.
And you can always get something, like I say, the offer. Always want the sponsors to come and have a good time and take care of them and, treat them with a VIP and, just an all around a good time. So, other than just, putting their logo everywhere, I'd like to see them come out and support the guys and see what it's all about. So, I really learned a lot from Josh Wilson and his event, like at Montana.
Oh, Josh, I love Josh. I love what he's doing.
Yeah,
good dude, really good dude.
I think he's that's a guy I would like to convince him to take the pads and just put a Mac pad on his table.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well,
he
runs little mini events, so maybe at one of his mini events he would be interested in doing something like that.
Maybe I'm gonna, like, if he said that he would do it, I would buy him a pad and send it to him.
Yeah. Replace it right there.
That'd be
right
good.
there, and then, because I'll tell you, I know the arm wrestlers all love it. Like, that's the one thing you could say what you want about the dip and all that stuff and the fancy logos and stuff, but really you just want whatever you're fighting on to work, right?
Yeah.
You want it to be functional. Who cares what it looks like, right? And honestly, what makes the Mac table, in my opinion, is the pad.
Yeah.
It is.
I agree. It's the pad. I mean, yes, it's a sexy looking table. We all know that it's sexy as all hell.
But looks aren't everything, bro. but no, but like the Mac table was designed for functionality, and it's the 9th table. Like, it's the 9th iteration. We've tweaked we tweaked that table 9 friggin' times to get to that, right? And when can't wait. I'm going to be building. I'm going to call it the Mac Kumite table, and that'll be for specialty. I don't. We don't got time for it now, but the Mac Kumite table. I think I've mentioned it before. And we're going to figure out how to implement that somehow, and we'll call it like cage match or something. Basically, guys, it's your whole side of your table is a pin pad. It's just going to be like a small gradual ramp, and you have to pin. You have to touch the pad. So maxing Mac pad, like elbow pad, and then anywhere on your winning side, if you touch your opponent's hand to the table, that's the pin. It's the only way to win. Of course, fouls. Because if a guy keeps lifting his elbow, what can you do, right? But yeah, we're not sure if that's gonna like be the standard of Mac right across the board, or if we're gonna have like a side shoot, you know what I mean, or do something. But
do a Mac underground.
Something. I don't know. If it becomes such a hit, then we'll have to reevaluate.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Course. You gotta pilot it somewhere.
That's it. Pilot. We'll probably pilot at one of your events or something, because that's where we've been piloting most of the things when we want to do changes. We tried. I thought
the textbook guinea pig. What can I say?
we did a pretty interesting one at not this year, the last year, where the reason the Kumite table is even a concept is because I hate parallel pins because of its subjectivity, right? So we tried something like, was it 3 count or a 2 count?
Yeah, it was a 3 count.
So you had to hold the guy on a parallel pin for like 1,000, 2 1,000. In theory, it was awesome. In practice,
not so much.
Either I didn't do it correctly, or maybe if I had more experience on it, maybe it would have been better. But yeah. I don't think a lot of people liked it, but I think the concept is good though. I think it's. You just got to be. There was a lot of variables that we weren't anticipating. Like if you get paralleled, then you come back and then you go back again. Does the count recount? Like, does it restart?
Yeah,
you get what I mean? Like, there was a lot of different variables, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like an actual like wrestling pin, Yeah. If you have 1, True.
That's
And
right. That's
and if
right.
it
And
resets
then he
it, then
comes
it
up. It
resets.
show exactly right. So and we never thought about that until like we were already in, and
In it.
and
Yeah.
we didn't have a rule for it, so it was like fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, with that being said, when's the next Mac raid happening and
Oh,
where?
Mount Grade, yeah. Well, we were supposed to go to Sudbury. There was unforeseen circumstance that we had to cancel with that. So I'd like to leave it open for Sudbury to get back to us as to when that might be a thing. But if it's too far down the road, then yeah, like, you know, anybody interested in doing a club raids, basically we come to your town and we set up a Mac table and we just have a bunch of super matches and we film it. It's just for
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
yeah,
And but the matches do affect you. Like I will record the results. So
oh
if you
Yeah.
lose in a club match, and
yeah,
you can challenge people from anywhere you want to come to your club to have that super match. But
yeah,
it's just like we're just it's just a cool thing to for content. It's a cool thing for people that want to maybe get up on the rankings. It's a cool thing to just be part of all these other clubs, to come in to your
Yep.
club. So
yeah.
if you guys want to DM me and we can go over details, like hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or the Mac page, and you can talk, or Matt Oliver, uh, Matthias Bedard, JJ Jackson. Like if you see any of these guys or you're friends with them, give them a call and say, hey, what about these club raids that we're doing?
I
Um,
I love the format. I love the idea. The pit is always open to a club raid anytime you guys want to take the trip down. Being that we already have a Mac table here, it makes life a little easier.
it does.
Um,
It does. It does.
Yeah,
I couldn't
um,
believe how in good shape your table is still.
yeah.
yeah, it gets a lot of use.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, man, for a table that it's over a year now, right?
November it hits a year.
Okay, yeah, and all the arms that are on that, you take good care of your stuff. That's what all I can
Yeah,
say.
yeah, absolutely, man. Well, because you know what, like it's like you get like Jeremy mentioned, pulling on a Mac table is like pulling on a Cadillac. You take care of a Cadillac when you get a Cadillac, right?
Right, 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 right. I'm picking up. I just bought myself a table. Picking it up on Tuesday, which
Nice.
it'll be the last table made before my manufacturer's going on holidays. So
Okay.
uh, yeah, if I have, oh, my phone. I was looking for my phone, guys. And I was gonna say when I'll let you guys know when they're back in business. But yeah, so I was gonna get another one made right before, but then he was like, "Well, we go next like the end of next week, and it would be like he probably could pump a table out, but it usually takes about a week and a half." And I
Hmm.
was just like, why make them rush? Because especially with the sewing, all the bones can be done like but the sewing, right? And the
Yeah.
logos and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's like
If you rush that, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so I said, okay, well, we'll just wait till you guys get back, and then we'll start production on more tables.
Well, gentlemen, I think we've covered a lot of bases tonight. I appreciate having both of you gentlemen on. During my recovery, I will be doing more shows a little more frequently, especially leading up to the Send It On Fighters event on August 15th. So you will be seeing some of the people that are on the card, as well as some people who are going to be helping run the show on screen. So please, if you have any questions after tonight, bring them in. I will be posting when I have the show. And
I
if
have
there's
one
any closing
question.
notes, yeah,
I have one question.
yes, sir.
I love the name Send It. I think it's a great arm wrestling name because it's not like your traditional, like, I mean, even Mac did it, right? Major Arm Wrestling Championship, Ultimate Arm Wrestling League, Ultimate Arm Wrestling Conference. Yeah, like he went away from the typical, like, World Arm Wrestling, you know what I mean? And he just went with a completely different term, Send It. I think Send It Arm Wrestling, right? That's what it is.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Everyone
love it. I think it's such a clever. clever name. Like, how did you come up with it?
Because I mean, I guess it's just a term. I guess riding four wheelers and motorcycles a lot, dirt bikes and race four wheelers and stuff. I mean, if you're going up a big hill and you got to climb it, you're gonna have to send that bitch. I mean,
There you go.
you
Okay.
know, that's just like Cody Wood. I mean, that's what he does. He gets up there and he just sends it. I mean, it's
Yeah. Okay.
just
It's a great name. I like it. I like that there'll be Send It Mac shirts out there.
oh, they look amazing too. Yeah,
They
you
look
guys.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna put them out in the next couple of days and do a pre-registration on those as well.
Is it the one that JJ's working on, or the one you
Yeah,
got your
yeah.
the
No,
one
no,
JJ's
my
on?
guys. Yeah, Team Send that will be wearing the
They're
original black shirts, and
okay,
then
okay.
the opponents will be wearing the Mac Send it shirts.
Oh, okay,
The
okay,
ones that
okay.
the ones you guys already have because these are already like pre-made with the official arm fighter, and then the ones that aren't like officially with someone's name on the back,
Yeah.
they don't have official arm fighter on them, so they
Okay, okay, okay.
have merchandise shirts. But I wanted to showcase them, and then I wanted to showcase all the opponents and the new Mac Send It.
Okay. Cool.
So it's kind of like Send It, versus everybody, but Mac's all the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, 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 buddy. That's fine. I just saw I saw both mock-ups actually.
Yeah.
I like the Mac ones.
There you go.
I do.
That's
I
it.
like the Mac ones. I love them. I
Yeah,
didn't want to go too far. I wanted
that's
something
cool.
simple that went to the point and it looked good.
Well, the
And I
shirt
just,
you're wearing right now is real cool. I like that one.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
the color
We've done a
scheme
few.
too.
Yeah, we went with a few different colors. Paul Passmore wants to do a reverse color of what David or Daniel has on. So do it like in the yellow, but then this team on it.
Oh,
Yeah, in black.
how
Yeah,
did you get that shirt?
Me?
Yeah. Oh,
he's
you
on the
sent it
I,
to
team.
him? Do you? Wow. Fuck. I'm jealous. I want one.
Yeah,
Wait, do you
it's
make them? Do you make them in fat guy sizes?
I have one coming for you.
Oh,
Yes,
nice. Okay.
we already talked
All
about that. Now
right.
you told me
I'm
because I
happy
didn't have
then.
any that big. I'm like, man, Ian is a bear, man.
Yeah, I've been losing weight though. I've been losing weight. I'm in
Oh
the
no, that's good. I'm just
I
saying.
I've broken the 330s. I'm into the 320s now. So
Nice, nice. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't want you getting a hold of me. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think life expectancy has got to be my priority now. Like
There you go.
everyone wants me to get back into being the big bad guy arm wrestler, and it's like people don't understand how bad my quality of life was. Like I could not sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When I
Oh
was like
yeah.
training and I was super
Living.
big, I used to sleep because my with pillows under my arms because I'd lose like they'd get all numb, my hands and my
Yeah.
arms would get numb, because of circulation. Like
Hmm.
you get what I mean? It was just
Oh yeah.
crazy. So,
Yeah.
but now
I'm
I
sleeping
can.
with a pillow already.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
yeah, yeah. But now because I'm not overly muscular, I don't have that problem anymore. So, but
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
let's
guys,
get you healthy.
I
Let's
gotta
get you
not be
healthy. Let's
talking to
get
you
you back
guys.
in shape and back, back on the
Yeah,
table. Micah Yellow will be standing across it waiting for you.
Yeah.
And we will make that happen. It might be a summer kickoff match.
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's do it.
But I can't ref my. We'll have to get somebody to ref it because I won't be able to. I'll be
Oh,
like, foul. Oh, he's.
We
I'll win
will work
three
on getting other
zero.
refs.
Not, we'll
Yeah.
win. I'll win 3-0 with nine. Mike having 9 fouls in a row.
We'll get JJ there. He'll do something.
Yeah.
Ah. All right,
Uh,
gentlemen. Thank you again. Everyone who tuned in, thank you so much. Tune
Thank
in
you.
for the next one. Stay tuned. I will make a post in the not so distant future, in the next few days, as to who and what we will be covering next time. Um, and anybody who's polling tomorrow at a competition, a tournament, a super match, best of luck. Be safe. Travels. Safe journey to wherever you're going. I hope everybody has a successful and amazing event.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
and
gonna wish
contact if you
Marlene.
want. If you want merch, we have a merch store now. Contact JJ. He can send you the link. And you know, if you want club raids or any other information, there's Matt Oliver, Matthias Bedard, JJ Jackson, and myself. So find one of us. And if you want any information on the Send It event, the man right here is who to contact.
Yeah.
Jeremy Mammano.
That's me.
Thank you, gentlemen. Stay on